Randy Orton and Rhea Ripley had a chance encounter in WWE some time ago, but their lives have taken quite different turns as of late. On their now famous Monday Night Raw episode from last year, Mommy recently wished the Viper well. The Judgment Day faced off against Randy Orton last year in the Men's War Games match at the Stamford event, marking Orton's astonishing comeback to the ring. In the aftermath, Rhea Ripley challenged the Viper on Monday Night Raw. For the first time, they were in the same ring, and many expected Mommy to be knocked out. But it never materialized, as the moment from WWE Raw happened just over a year ago. The third-generation superstar just received a message from the former Women's World Champion in preparation for Friday Night SmackDown. As part of their ongoing feud, both performers were viciously assaulted on television not long ago. But Rhea Ripley is back and ready to play in the Women's War Games bout that's coming up. The Judgment Day were Monday Night RAW's worst nightmare last year because to their heavy brand promotion and the many championships they wore. In War Games at WWE Survivor Series, Cody Rhodes and a handful of babyface stars confronted the evil group head-on. The group's victory against the Judgment Day was aided by the Viper, and Randy Orton's seismic return to the Stamford-based organization after more than 18 months was a direct result of this. Rhea Ripley, the reigning Women's World Champion, challenged him on her post-event Raw appearance. Orton teased attacking the title with an RKO as they cut a promo together in the ring. Dominic Mysterio and J.D. McDonough, stars of the Judgment Day, surprised everyone by attacking during the promo. To McDonough's relief, the Viper knocked out both stars and delivered an RKO. In a subsequent bout, he emerged victorious against Dirty Dom. The 14-time world champion wrestled his last match against the Gang on Monday Night Raw before moving on to Friday Night SmackDown and leaving the brand. There is never a dull moment on Monday Night Raw, but the episode that changed everything was this week. Social media was engulfed in flames due to a specific episode featuring Randy Orton, the returning Legend Killer, and Rhea Ripley, the dominating Women's World Champion and member of the Judgment Day. Following the performance, Rhea Ripley herself turned to social media to respond to the incendiary debate, which fans couldn't get enough of. As captivating as her on-screen domination is, the audacious message she sent to Orton has fans wondering what the future holds for these two superstars. What does this segment indicate for WWE storylines going forward? We'll examine Rhea's response and the sequence's relevance. With the usual Raw setup, a raucous audience, bright lighting, and superstars performing high-octane matches, the evening got underway. It was Randy Orton's arrival, however, that changed the atmosphere in the crowd. Returning after an extended hiatus, the Viper stood tall in the arena, his characteristic icy grin etched over his face. He spoke to the audience, reiterating his status as a formidable opponent in WWE. Orton was interrupted mid-monologue by the ominous strains of the Judgment Day theme. Dominic Mysterio and Damian Priest, who were Rhea Ripley's stablemates, escorted her out. With the Women's World Championship shining on her shoulder, Rhea, head of one of WWE's most fearsome groups, strode confidently to the ring. An angry verbal altercation ensued. Always one to stand his ground, Orton confronted Rhea directly, questioning her position as head of the Judgment Day. Unfazed, Rhea retaliated with her signature sarcasm and wit, declaring that Orton's reign was gone and that the Judgment Day now ran Raw. Orton and Rhea exchanged an unsaid challenge at the close of the segment, which created a noticeable atmosphere of tension. Viewers lauded the piece as an example of excellent storytelling and couldn't get enough of the interaction. Rhea Ripley did not let any time pass after the program before responding to the section. Standing shoulder to shoulder with Randy Orton, she flashed an intense stare that met his distinctive predatory grin in an Instagram shot. Not even a legend killer can alter the fact that the Judgment Day runs Raw, the caption stated. Be cautious of your prey, Orton. Wrestling fans and professionals alike showered the post with comments and likes, totaling in the millions. Speculation among fans over a potential hint to a deeper plot involving Orton and Rhea stems from the message's enigmatic character, which they couldn't stop analyzing. Rhea reaffirmed her position on Twitter, where she posted a GIF of herself from the show with the caption, "Legends fall. A new day of judgment is upon us." Randy Orton, who is always ready to take on a challenge, replied with only one emoji. Within hours after the short conversation, fans were going absolutely bonkers, and the hashtag #RipleyVSorton was trending all over the globe. There are several reasons why Rhea Ripley and Randy Orton's interaction is important. To start with, it emphasizes how WWE is increasingly embracing gender equality. While bouts between the sexes are unusual, this kind of programming shows that WWE isn't hesitant to mix things up. Regardless of the gender label, Rhea Ripley has always been one of the most formidable forces in WWE. Randy Orton's image as a cold, calculated predator precedes him, but she is the ideal counterpoint because to her confidence, charm, and physicality. This clash is crucial because of the Judgment Day's significance on Raw. Their contact with an experienced wrestler like Orton solidifies their place as one of the most prominent groups in WWE. Many members of the WWE Universe felt compelled to comment on the program. A wide variety of responses, from elation to passionate arguments, flooded social media over the merits of a potential ring match between Rhea and Randy. Is Rhea Ripley making a bold stand against Randy Orton? One supporter tweeted, "WWE should include more stories like that. She's going down in history as a true legend." Someone other said that a battle between Oliver and Ripley would be epic, but that Randy would want some help if he wants to make it until Judgment Day. Rhea is beyond compare. Unfortunately, not everyone agreed. Some viewers thought the program went too far in suggesting a possible physical altercation between the two. Regardless, the reception was overwhelmingly favorable, and fans are excited to see where the plot goes from here. Fans are wondering what's next after Rhea Ripley's reaction and Randy Orton's mysterious emoji response. Some potential options are as follows. 1. Orton aims for next week's Judgment. In the past, Randy Orton has been known to break apart groups. Is he setting himself up to compete with the Judgment Day? This would pave the way for a titanic faction war if Orton needed friends to level the playing field. 2. Facing off against Rhea Ripley. There may be a chance to break new ground here because WWE almost never does intergender bouts. The legacy of both superstars would be elevated by a breakthrough one-on-one encounter between Orton and Ripley, even if it were non-physical. 3. Rhea destroys Orton using the Judgment Day. It's possible that Rhea's communication to Orton suggests a planned assault. To demonstrate that her group is unbeatable, she may use her Judgment Day colleagues to plan a succession of ambushes meant to cripple the Viper. The sequence and the comments that followed show how good WWE is at creating memorable moments that fans talk about. A plot with crossover potential has been developed by WWE by combining the talents of Randy Orton, a seasoned icon, with Rhea Ripley, a star on the rise. Even though Rhea has been unrivaled in the women's category, she is a formidable opponent in any division because to encounters like these. The reappearance of Orton, meanwhile, fills supporters with both nostalgia and anticipation as they anxiously anticipate his next target. The last few years have been absolutely incredible for Rhea Ripley. She has continuously defied expectations throughout her career, beginning with NXT and ending as the Women's World Champion. This session with Orton is a major step forward, demonstrating that she is capable of competing with the all-time greats in WWE. Judgment Day has here, and she will not back down from anybody, not even a legend, as she made it plain to Randy Orton.